Cody's Car Reviews. I'm here with Mr. Micah in his 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this thing ain't stopped. And he's put a considerable amount of money into this, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna let him tell you about it. So to start off, Micah, what you got done to this light setup right here, man?
Well, these are kind of a new light coming out. They're not very expensive at all, but they're still Baja Design's quality and brightness. They're called Dark Defense DSS4s, I think. DDS4s, something like that. But brand's Dark Defense, and they're really good quality light. I think they're about $149 for a pair, so it's really a super good deal for these.
Alright, and I see you got a little bit of bumper work here. Is it what I be correct saying on that?
This is the Addictive Desert Design Pro bumper for the Tacoma. It's actually kind of new. I haven't seen very many trucks with this bumper, so I thought I'd give it a try.
This is a, man, I didn't interrupt you, but this is a different grill that came with factory, yes?
Yeah, it's the TRD Pro grill. Pretty much everybody who's done anything to their Tacoma has one of these, but
man, I love the front end.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even look at the front end, it kind of looks like a mad spider to me. I think it's very clean. Alright, now another thing you're really proud of is those blue things sitting under there. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Well, I got the Accutune King 2.5s with the compression adjuster, and they are tuned by Accutune. Now I have the heavy duty street tune on them, and they're real smooth off-road, so that's what we're running for the front shop. And for upper control arms, we got the Total Chaos uppers with the Uniball. I've not had any problems with squeaking in them like people have said they had, and they've just been great. You get a lot of extra down travel, about an inch more out of those with the combined extended travel shocks. And another thing we've got done to the front here is Total Chaos spindle gussets to keep the spindle from bending. If you get down here, you can kind of see those right there.
Now I gotta ask you, man, what shop put these on? What shop put those on?
Oh, everything you see here is done by me and my dad.
Really?
Yep, in our barn at the farm.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't have faith he could do it, but he did it. And I mean, it does, there are some things that are just kind of like rigged up, but overall it does its job. Now what can you tell us about these tires and rims here?
Well, we got the BF Goodrich KM3s. Great tire, not very loud. They've got a ton of bite on them. And they're a 305 7016 mounted up to a Stealth Custom Series Ray 10. This is also like every Tacoma owner ever's got these, but great looking wheel. I went with the matte gray or gunmetal gray. That's what it is.
Now I'll be honest with you, I think they're very clean. You know, they go off the blue well, and I think it's a very clean choice. I know you were looking at bronze wheels at one time, is that right?
Yep.
So what made you decide to go with that color?
Well, I just figured there aren't very many people running matte gray. I mean, they're out there, but bronze is all the hype, and I kind of like being a little bit different, so I went with these.
Oh, we know that.
So I think they turned out great.
All right. Now these things, you told me they're rock sliders, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
rock sliders.
Now what do those do exactly?
So this particular rock slider by Cali Ray's LED is a weld on. So if you look down here, they're welded on.
Oh, they are.
And I went with those instead of the bolt on because they're a little bit stronger and they were a little bit cheaper. And cost was, there's a lot of money in this build, but I tried to cut, costs where I could so I could put more stuff on it.
Micah is a full-time college student still. Sorry to interrupt you, so it's not like he's making all this money. Continue.
Yeah. Well, we got the rock sliders there. That's for protection mainly. You can see it's got the kick out right here. If you kind of rub on a tree, it'll kick that tree out, and then it'll go into the tires so you don't eat up your doors.
Gotcha.
Also, one thing we missed in the front.
Okay.
That's
sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're good. It's not your truck.
Okay.
We got the Marlin Crawler lower control arm gussets right there, and you can't really see it that well from this angle, but it's 1/4 inch plate all around the lower control arm tabs, and it's just super strong.
it's ready to take some shots if it's got to.
Yeah, it'll keep your alignment in check because these Tacomas are bad about knocking alignment because these little alignment tabs right there, that fixes that. And I think that's it for the front. Oh, well, we'll address that later.
Okay. All right. You want to come on to the back?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we also got these too. These are Miso custom.
I was going to hit the suspension and then we can come up to all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody, the viewer's mind is on suspension right now, so we'll get them on suspension.
It always is.
All right, now what you got done to the back here? I don't really know what you got going on, but you can tell our audience.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
All right.
So what we got going on here is a little bit special. There are people out here running this, but not very many.
Okay.
So we got the 12-inch travel double bypass, also tuned by Accutune.
Man, look at that.
And we got the dang, what are they called? It'll come back to me.
Bump
They're
stops?
the shock towers by Archive Garage. That's where a lot of these spring under parts and all that came from.
Okay.
Archive Garage towers right there. And we're running, also in order to run the spring under kit, we are running a Archive Garage spring under conversion.
Okay.
So you can see under there how the spring goes under the axle. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty, but
it's all
you
right,
get
man.
the idea.
This is a daily driver. He doesn't just let it sit there and only drive it on the weekend.
That's right, that's right.
So, I mean, that's how you do it. I basically look at it like this. You know, people who say, I don't want to drive my vehicle because I don't want to put miles on it, it's like having a girlfriend and, not kissing her because you want to save her for the next guy. That's just me. So, Micah,
Good way of putting it.
you got anything done to the back here? I don't really think you do.
No, eventually I'll be getting a bumper,
Okay.
but I haven't really seen any that I've just absolutely loved.
All right.
But I'm gonna stay on the lookout. Plus, I don't have the money to do that right now anyway, and I don't really have a need for it yet.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Now your roof.
We got. Well, let's finish up the back.
Oh,
here
I'm
first.
sorry. I'm sorry. Not my truck. Like I said.
So we got limit straps strapped at about 11.7 inches of travel, I think is what, or not 11.7 inches of travel. I think we're getting that out of the stroke of the shock. We got a little bit more travel than that.
Got a good stroke in it.
Yeah. And we got those limit straps from Camber. You can see those straps right there. And we're running the Super Bumps hammer hangers.
Oh man, that's killer.
Yep, they are so tough. These things, you can hang the whole truck up on a rock on these things.
Really?
And I'm running the cross tube option to build a little stability in the rear frame because these Tacomas are bad about bending the rear frame. And that's why we got the spare in the bed, because of this crossbar right there.
So basically, you pretty much bulletproof the underside of this truck.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And one thing we haven't mentioned yet is, it might be a little hard to see, but we have the DMZ frame box kit in here, under here. So we took the entire bed off the truck, and boxed the frame. That was kind of a last minute thing me and my dad thought of.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea because I know
Yeah,
you do hit some
great
sick,
idea.
You do hit some sick junctions. We're gonna be showing in a little while.
Yeah, we'll go have some fun with it.
All right.
So,
Now up here, you got the roof rack. Is that right?
yeah, I don't use this thing at all. I think it just looks cool. So I got this for my birthday. Dad got it for me. It's the Tacoma OEM roof rack. I think it kind of makes it look like a shark.
Yeah,
Kinda
it does.
funny.
It does. And then you got the this correct?
Yep, back to the Miso Customs turn signal.
I'm on behind. That's pretty clean.
Good. Yep. We got the sequential turn signal, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So, well, this is a pretty impressive build, man. I really wouldn't mind seeing it in action.
Yep.
Want to do it?
Yep.
All right, let's take it out there.
Come on, man.
Well, we had an awesome day out here. The truck is slightly totaled. Thank you, Micah, for taking us. Did you have a good time?
I always have a great time.
Well, that's it. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned for more car reviews.
Thank you, guys.
Keep it cool. See ya. Bloopers!